Did you know that the enemy of honor is actually pride? If you ever wondered why you couldn't find honor with a certain person or with others, it's because probably there's some pride there of some kind. The reason why we put others down or dishonor others is because deep inside, we ourselves want to be honored, and we think that if we dishonor others, we can climb a ladder of honor and feel that need. The enemy of honor is pride. I remember there was a time when I was invited to speak at a major conference. It was one of the most foremost revivals in Europe at that time, and I was a young speaker, privileged to be able to go there, and I was staying in a compound and rooming across the hall from another gentleman who was visiting and came to take in this particular conference. And as I got up in the morning to go to take breakfast, he was already sitting there, and he was of a culture where the elders are really, really honored. If you're older than a younger, you're expected to receive honor from the younger. And I remember I was quickly trying to get ready because I'm preaching that particular morning. And this man, he kind of shouted across the room and said, "You boy, bring me my shoes." And I was just floored. I'm getting ready to preach and minister to this man in a few hours, and he didn't know that, by the way. And he's asking me in such a tone to get him his shoes. Well, I had to humble myself, and I thought, I'm going to honor this man, despite how I'm feeling right now. So I picked up his shoes, dirty and all of the rest, and I carried them over to him, and he put his shoes on. And then about 10 minutes later, I heard him once again from across the room in the same chair say, "You boy, bring me my tie." And I picked up his tie that was hanging on the chair, and my gosh, it was a beautiful tie. One of those Pierre Cardin ties that I thought I could never afford. And I took the tie over to him and gave it to him, and we went in separate cars as I was one of the guest speakers, and eventually I made it to the conference already in session. And when I took the stage to minister and preach and they introduced me, you should have seen the look of shock on this man's face. And he realized a few things, I think. And I realized a few things. But later on that night, it was a long day, after I arrived back at the compound, I'll never forget it. He said, "Do you like this tie?" And I said, "Oh yes, I like this tie. This is a tie I would have always wanted." And he said, "I want to give you this tie." And he gave me this tie, and I still have it to this day, even though he's passed on to heaven. The lesson I learned from that is that you always win when you honor others. And when you show honor to others despite how you're being treated, those people inevitably find their way to honor you. Even if they don't honor or bless you, God finds a way to honor the honor you have showed to others. He will find a way to bless you. Honor is a key to all forms of success and blessing in life. In fact, if you look at any of your failures and shortcomings in life, you can almost always trace it back to someone somewhere you have dishonored. If you look at all of your successes and promotions and blessings, you can trace those back to someone somewhere you have honored as well. Honor is the best position, and it opens up the doors of life and blessing. God bless.